Firestriker, striking the fire, no water here.
You get caught up in luck, Firestriker. That's the Crossfire theme from like a long time ago. Welcome to the Crit Couch. I'm Michael.
I'm Skyler.
Get the timer started if you would, my good
I
friend.
literally put my phone away.
Yeah.
I need to, oh fucking! I just hit the mic. Ah, everything's wrong.
These short episodes go, or these short series go real well. So this is Firestriker.
Knocked my drink over too.
While you're getting that, long ago the four kingdoms of wind, water, fire, and earth ruled the world.
It's always that way.
But there was a weapon which ruled over the four kingdoms. His name was Aang.
Earth, wind, and fire.
The Trial Light weapon created by the Archmage Wild. The one who possessed it could unite and rule over the four kingdoms. The one who can wield the Trial Light is known as a Firestriker.
So you just
Each kingdom chose a Firestriker to compete for the Trial Light. Ultimately, the Kingdom of Wind won. Thus, the four kingdoms were united, but it was the beginning of a nightmare. This is actually where Avatar: The Last Airbender came from.
The Fire Nation attacked.
Archmage Wild was not satisfied with peace. He conjured four monsters to overthrow the unified world. It was your contest. The four monsters loosed upon the world a beast that could turn humans. Finally, only the Kingdom of Wind remained, fighting alone against Wild's monsters. Ordinary weapons were of no use against the monsters.
Get another W name in here soon.
Now, only one hope glimmered, Wild's Trial Light. And only one Firestriker had survived.
I'm a little lost.
The Kingdom of the Wind summoned Slater, the last Firestriker, to his court.
This reads like fanfic.
I like the negative sound that's happening in the back.
Yeah, there's nothing going on here, huh?
All right, let's get this Firestriker shit started. So, welcome to our quick series again. These are games that, I think are interesting to look at for a little bit, but, I mean, unless we have a Street Fighter scenario where Skylar's like, hey, shit, you actually made it far in this game.
And by the way, we didn't play Street Fighter.
2010, Street Fighter 2010. The final fight.
Yeah.
But
check that out. Just go check that out.
King of the Wind, I have summoned you, brave Slater. The world is about to be plunged into darkness by the Archmage Wild. Ordinary weapons are of no use against Wild's four monsters. We just read this. We have no choice but to use the Trial Light. And you, brave Slater, only you can wield the Trial Light. The world's fate rests with you. Good luck. You must stop Okay, yeah, I got you, bro. So,
whoa.
I know very little about the development of this game. I'm not actually sure how much is actually out there. It is strange. It looks on the face of it like you're going to be playing an action RPG or something. You've got this overworld that's kind of
almost Mario-esque.
Yeah, the music is actually, you listen to it for a sec. It's not bad. It's not bad, right?
It's got that, chiptune-y. You get to choose your player?
So, you may not choose a striker yet. So, there's a story bit to this. So.
What in the bubble bobble is this?
So, it is a weird,
Oh no! Is he your goalie?
Yeah, and I think technically there is a two-player mode to this game.
Yeah, there was. Power!
Oh, I can actually move him with LNR. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
So this is a take on Breakout, and I think there's a game called Wizorb or something that is out there these days.
This is the second fucking time you've pulled this on me today, man. I have no expectation for the game coming in, and you don't warn me what the gameplay is going to be at all. So you're definitely going to have to release Street Fighter before this. Actually, I don't want to talk about it. Go watch Street Fighter 2010. I'm not going to say anything else about it. It's not what you think it's going to be. But I thought this was going to be a little fantasy tactical romp or something.
Nope. So, I mean, there's a reason I didn't tell you what this was. So
do you need to kill the Kermit flowers?
So the whole thing here is what you're supposed to do is
your own demise there.
Well, you're supposed to get this is the Trial Light, which, I feel like if your entire kingdom's salvation is based on being able to
how well you play
bounce a fucking tetherball back and forth, maybe your kingdom maybe your kingdom needs to be taken over by somebody a little more competent.
This thing operates weirdly physics-wise, doesn't it?
Kinda. So, like, you can angle. So you can, like, bank shots like that.
It just seems like it's almost like there's gravity to it less.
There is definitely a deceleration. It is a bit strange with the way the camera has to kind of follow it around.
Yeah, that was a choice.
But the goal is ultimately to get the trial light.
You are the Night Slayer. Go bounce around a ball. Like, goodness gracious. This has been a day.
Yeah, the goal is to get the trial light through to the other end. So it takes these kind of like breakout mechanics. And if the trial light gets through your side, then you lose. So these are kind of like tutorial levels. I'll say the bouncing, like the angling, is a little weird because there's this spin, and sometimes the spin feels like it's hitting stuff directly straight. Sometimes the angles arc a little. Like, it's a bit unwieldy. It's a cool idea if it had been baked a little more, you know, like if there had been a bit more like things that let you control or well, that's not entirely fair. You do get some additional characters as you progress that allow you to kind of like do different things.
So this is the game. This is it.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Whoa.
But yeah, so now we get a little more aggression.
Can you only kill things with the ball?
Yeah.
So that sword's for show.
I mean,
cool.
Yeah. Well, it's not just for show. Like, clearly, like I'm actually bouncing the ball.
No, I just love the like sort of parallel, like, I'm gonna say like the narrative element of I carry this sword not for defending myself, for smacking a ball around.
For playing tetherball.
It's like actually just it's like a cricket bat.
It's a pretend sword. Like, it's not even actually a sword. It's just like
it's one of the foam swords.
It's just like a piece of wrought iron. Like, just.
Will it just sit there? It won't keep falling if it runs out of acceleration? Bad example.
Yeah, can't help you with that answer right now.
Oh, a little bit of whoa. What?
So you see how I've got those power things down below? I can essentially, let's see if I can charge this up and aim it well. So yeah, you can charge it up and, like, you know, super bat it. That is limited by the number of little Jesus.
What? So those can't be destroyed, eh?
Yeah, and those will probably damage me as those will probably damage me as a player because I do have hearts.
Michael, you're showing me another game that I'm slowly falling in love with.
It's not a bad game. Like, I didn't pick this because it's a bad game. I picked it because it's like it's one that might be difficult to get through. Like, I mean, I didn't prep anything for it. Like, I've only played it kind of passingly.
Sure.
I don't know how much of a pain it gets to be or like how interesting it actually is to watch.
Well, and that's, you know, part of the fun is I've never seen these games either.
But I think what's interesting about this is, you know, talking like about how, well, like I said, there was that game Wizorb that came out that's kind of got a similar gimmick to it where it's like it's taking a classic arcade mechanic and wedging it into like a more modern space. Like, this is really kind of just to illustrate that this did happen. Like, you know, it's not like a new thing to try and do this. Hybridization has always, and this is one of my kind of lecture gimmicks, is that hybridization has always been a major piece of like the evolution of game design. I mean, and sometimes, you know, it dead ends and it just ends up to be a one-off. Like, I don't think there was never going to be like a craze of this type of game, but the novelty of doing it makes it very interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I was going to say, like, because I play this game so much, like, you know, you started getting hero shooters, right? And then you started getting battle royales. So Apex came along, a hero shooter battle royale.
Yeah, I mean, and that's absolutely, and like, I mean, just because, you know, anybody who hears the conversation, like, I don't I'm not trying to like diminish that example, but because that is two very like mainstream popular things that have a lot of exposure, you know, that particular example.
Was Bubble Bobble not mainstream back in the day?
It is hard to classify, I think.
It's a smaller community then, too.
Well, it's hard to classify mainstream from the 80s and 90s in the same way that we do today.
Sure.
Just because the nature of games and game popularity have changed so much.
Yeah, they were very niche at one point. Jeez.
Yeah, the power shots are...
Okay, we were just done with that level. So could you go up to that rock or no?
You may not choose a striker yet. So we'll eventually unlock other players if we keep going.
Yeah, I saw, like, one of them looked like a cool bird man, but, well, you're very vulnerable now.
Yeah, and my guy can't move.
Yeah. You're wizard.
Okay,
oh, now
he can, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
as you see, like that one side is kind of botched. Shit.
Well, you have freedom of movement now. Yeah, I was gonna say, just put him right in the middle there when he's on the... Yeah, just play defensively on this one. Oh, get him moving. Get him... Wow.
This is a great example of like where this game probably would start to get frustrating in a way that would not be... Like, if you were dedicated and you loved the idea, it's great. If you were trying to kind of like... If you're not as dexterous, or if just the concept of this gameplay... see, I just automatically...
Oh my god, you exploded!
Yeah. You failed miserably.
Wow.
Oh, Statue of Revival, restore our Firestriker.
Restore this dumb motherfucker over here who just
this
wrecked it all.
Goddamn dipshit. Well, that seemed to be the way to deal with that level.
Yeah, okay, well, done. But the power strikes are... They're sort of stagnant through the levels. Like, you either had to get a recharge or you're stuck with what you got.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, there's no other way to...
Well, it's certainly giving it to you.
Which probably means we're getting close to, like, some kind of boss or something. I mean, I don't know, maybe not.
What are these jelly boys? I guess you might as well start using some power strikes, because you got recharges if you want them. Because you can only hold 3 for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a big old door up there, which may require being power struck to get through, so I might have just screwed myself.
Power struck! Well,
You've been power struck!
Did you pick up all 3 on the right? Because did it use all 3 your power, or does it only use 1 power?
It only uses 1.
Okay.
The ball also at one point looked like it picked up its own... Oh, interesting. So, okay, I gotta knock that door open.
Oh, okay. And maybe a power strike immediately opens it, but who knows? Not us.
I also wonder...
Whoa, okay, that's eaten.
So I'll bet... It looks like I have the potential to get more hearts as well.
Yeah.
Again, I have not played this game.
What in the bubble bobble?
I like how it's not even the game. Like Breakout is the game, but yeah.
The game. I just think of bubble.
No, I think that was a great comment.
I liked Breakout, but I really enjoyed Bubble Bobble because there were so many fun little like extra things that could occur with Bubble Bobble. Or wait.
Bubble Bobble's the little dragons.
Wait, but are Bubble Bobble, is that the one where you had to like stick the bubbles up?
No, you're thinking of oh god, I can't remember now. No, Bubble Bobble you play as 2 little dragons that like use bubbles.
Okay. And they do bounce around, right? I think.
Well, like you kind of, yeah, it's like you can bubble up, you like bubble up enemies, and because it sounds to me like you're thinking of one of like the match games where like you shoot the little bubbles. I can't remember the name of the original one off the top of my head.
I don't want to download classic Bubble Bobble for my phone, thank you. Oh yeah, wow, I was thinking about a totally different game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do remember Bubble Bobble though. Yes. Well, one day these doors shall be open. It almost looks like you get it through at this. Okay. Well, yes, it does.
Here we go. Here's a boss. Spel.
Who dares to approach
the names
Firestriker of the Wind? I pity the fool who defies Archmage Wild. I am Spel. You will feel the power of the wind.
Some call me Tim. So you just beat his ass with the orb?
I guess.
It didn't look like it did anything to him.
Yeah.
Or do you have to get it behind him? Is this like a crazy game of soccer?
It might be. I don't know.
Oh. Oh, okay. That was just a little treat, just for you. So you gotta like get it behind him, basically.
So that whirlwind, like at his feet seems to like bounce the ball back.
There's something defensive about your little mage guy that it doesn't. It's almost like it doesn't. He's not like necessarily hitting it back. It's more like he's getting hit with the ball. So he's like, oh.
I'm just rebounding it off of his head.
Yeah.
The poor little guy is just over there like, hey Slater, is it peanut o'clock?
It's a peanut o'clock.
What's going on, man? What are we having for dinner tonight?
Well, it's 10 a.m.
Is this a tiger?
Peanut it might be. Is it dead now? Or no, we're just doing that again. Okay.
Some good visual indications there of like how much health this thing has. Not even really like I'm just kind of. He seems to be doing more damage to himself than I am.
Oh, when it like because it bounces up. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, he's got a little boss health bar beneath him. Like you see the little yellow squares beneath.
I most certainly do not.
That explosion hurts me. Like when he.
So that's
so
an
I
attack.
need. Yeah. So I need to like.
Get away.
Knock off to the side. Yeah.
Oh.
That seemed pointless.
It's weird that it moved your interface to the top of the screen. You are a miserable failure. I can't believe it said that.
You know what, King? What are you doing out here?
Yeah, looking cute like a little mushroom kingdom. It is like a nuke going off when you die. Like, oh my god. Why don't you give him one more shot, and then we'll decide if we want to go another episode on this.
Yeah, I'd like to like maybe beat the guy, but this is kind of why I was like, I think this is more of a short because it's a cool idea, but
it's just wild.
It is wild. It's not super dynamic at the end of the day. Like
this is it.
There's so much. Well, and I'd like to at least see what one of the other strikers does. It's just kind of slow. And it feels like I mean, it doesn't feel like there is kind of a lot of.
I can really gas it up if you want.
That's not what I'm asking for, Skylar. I mean, you can do what you want, but.
Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Whoa, man, you hit that ball towards him. Holy crap.
Okay, that is definitely not what I want.
You don't want that for just like 5 minutes straight?
Okay, so now.
Yeah, so stay away from him and slowly. It really does look like it kind of slowly angles down towards you. I wonder if you run out of hearts, do you just effing explode like you do when it goes? All right.
I wish I could like claim credit for those shots, but it's like
nobody has to know.
The ball's just kind of like slowly arcing at him, and then
he manages to just move right at the right time. Yeah, it almost just happened again. Oh, I mean, I'm sure this is one of those games where like there's a skill.
There's a skill.
Yeah, there's a skill that can be built around the gameplay that you could get very good at it, I'm sure. Watch out that little hole. Yeah. So, if you're playing 2-player, does one of the people just control the goalie?
Maybe. I mean, I've never played a 2-player. Like, you know, that might be a.
We'll come back to Firestriker. Wow, he really kind of snatched defeat from the jaws of victory on that one, didn't he? One more hit.
As I run right into him.
Oh my god.
Hey, Tiger, can you do me a favor and just, like...
Oh, that was almost dead.
Take yourself out?
Gladly, Michael, but only before I make you clench your butthole cheeks just a little bit harder. Yeah! I just don't know what he's supposed to be. A two-headed tiger with a gem in him. He didn't have an... Oh, Spel. His name was Spel, right?
Yeah.
I am Spel. That's not your real name. Your real name is Timothy. Like, let's...
Oh.
Damn, that was close. It's not even Timothy. It's like... Tombaloo.
Shit.
It's Tombaloo, the two-headed tiger. That is his name. Yep.
There we go.
There you go. That looked like a purposeful strike.
I mean, they were all purposeful. It was just whether or not the ball agreed. The monster of wind is defeated. The seal of the wind is removed. The life box appears.
What did any of that mean? There's a crystal you can
There is. I can't.
There's a town.
I can go to the town. What happens in the town? Oh, is this just another level?
It's just another level.
What is there? Just there's just...
I don't like this. I've decided.
This isn't what I wanted.
Anyways, next time on Crit Couch, we'll come back to this and figure out what's going on with Handsy Medusa McGee. Or we could just call it here, you know.
I can't actually move back on the screen now, so...
Well?
Oh.
Because it follows the ball.
Yeah.
What?
You know, this was an adventure we went on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's an adventure I want to keep going on.
That's fair. Firestrikers, everyone.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying, again, well, like, because, you know, there's always games where it's like...
she's a boss, basically.
Yeah. There are always games where it's like, it's just kind of like messy, right? Like, there's a really cool idea here. And so none of this is like, I'm sure there's always somebody out there who's like, this is the game that like they love the idea. It's a cool idea. Just like with a lot of things, when you start getting into hybridization, it's a little bit I got a key. Well,
you're not selling this as though you're about to stop playing it. We will or will not see you on the next Crit Couch episode.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. Next time, oh God, next time I Crit Couch.
Yeah.